Your cat isn't ignoring you. He's protecting himself from you. Right now, somewhere in your house, your male cat is quietly keeping score of every single time you let him down, and you don't even know it. He's not sulking. He's not just being a cat. He's hurt. And in the next few minutes, we're going to expose the 6 things almost every loving cat owner does that silently break their male cat's trust, one of which you probably did this morning without even thinking twice. Cats, especially male cats, are far more emotionally sensitive than most people realize. They don't show heartbreak the way dogs do, with sad eyes, whimpers, and dramatic sighs. Instead, they go quiet. They pull away. They stop trusting. They start treating you like a stranger in your own home, and most owners never connect the dots on why. So stick around till the end, because number 4 is something almost every single cat owner in America is guilty of, and once you hear it, you won't be able to unseen it in your own daily routine. Thing number 1. Forcing affection when he's not in the mood. Here's something most cat lovers don't understand about male cats: affection has to be on their terms, not yours. When you scoop him up mid-nap, hold him tightly against his will, and smother him with kisses while he's clearly trying to squirm away, you're not bonding with him. You're stressing him out. Male cats are territorial and independent by nature, and forcing physical closeness when they haven't asked for it can feel like a violation of their personal space. Imagine someone hugging you every time you were trying to relax on the couch, whether you wanted it or not, no matter how many times you tried to pull away. That constant override of his boundaries teaches your cat that your hands mean unwanted contact instead of comfort and safety. The heartbreaking part is that many cats who go through this repeatedly eventually stop initiating affection altogether, because they've learned that closeness with you comes without consent, without choice, and without respect for what they actually want in that moment. If your cat is walking away from cuddles more than he used to, flinching when you reach for him, or hiding the second you sit down on the couch, this could be exactly why. The fix isn't to stop loving on him. It's learning to read his body language first, waiting for the tail flick, the ear position, the subtle signs that say not right now, and respecting them just as much as you'd want your own boundaries respected. Thing number 2. Ignoring his attempts to communicate. Cats talk constantly, just not with words. A soft chirp, a tail flick, a slow blink, even a gentle paw tap on your leg. These are all your male cat trying to tell you something important. When you're scrolling your phone, watching TV, or distracted with work and completely miss these subtle cues, your cat notices every single time. Repeatedly ignoring these small signals sends a painful, cumulative message that his voice simply doesn't matter in this relationship. This is especially damaging for male cats, who often use more physical communication like headbutting, leaning into you, or sitting just close enough to touch as their way of showing trust and affection without demanding attention outright. If those gestures are consistently met with silence or distraction, cats can become withdrawn over time, choosing to stop speaking altogether because they've learned nobody's listening anyway, so why bother trying? This is one of the quietest forms of emotional neglect, because it never looks like neglect from the outside. You're still feeding him. Still cleaning his litter box. But he's slowly stopped trying to connect with you, and you might not even notice until he's completely stopped trying. The fix is simple but powerful. The next time your cat blinks slowly at you or nudges your hand, put the phone down and respond. Blink back. Scratch his chin. Say his name softly. Let him know, every single time, that he's heard. Thing number 3. Changing his routine without warning. Male cats thrive on predictability in a way most owners underestimate. Feeding time, playtime, even the exact time you usually come home from work, these small daily rituals build his entire sense of safety and control in an otherwise unpredictable world. When you suddenly change his feeding schedule, rearrange the furniture, bring home a new partner, or disappear for a weekend trip without any transition or preparation, it can genuinely feel like betrayal to him. Cats don't have the cognitive ability to understand "I'll be back Sunday, I promise." All they know is that their trusted routine, and the person attached to that routine, vanished without warning or explanation. This can trigger real anxiety, and in more sensitive male cats, even depression-like symptoms such as reduced appetite, excessive sleeping, overgrooming, or hiding for days at a time. The heartbreaking truth is that what feels like just a busy week to you can feel like abandonment to him, especially if it happens repeatedly without any pattern he can rely on. If changes are genuinely necessary, whether it's a move, a new pet, or a shift in your work schedule, try easing into them gradually, keeping familiar objects like his bed or blanket nearby, instead of flipping his entire world upside down overnight and expecting him to just adjust. Thing number 4. Comparing him to other cats or pets. This one sounds strange, but hear us out, because it's more common than you'd think. Cats are incredibly perceptive of tone, energy, and favoritism in a household, especially in multi-pet homes. When you constantly praise another cat or dog in front of him, use a noticeably warmer tone with a different pet, or give more attention, more lap time, and more treats to a newer animal in the house, your male cat absolutely picks up on it, even if you never say a word directly to him about it. Male cats can be surprisingly territorial about affection itself, not just physical space or resources. If he senses he's being treated as second best in his own home, he may start acting out, avoiding the favored pet entirely, spraying, becoming distant with you altogether, or retreating to one room and refusing to come out when guests or the other pet are around. This isn't jealousy in the exact human sense, but it is a very real, documented response to perceived unfairness in shifting attention. The solution isn't complicated. Give each pet individual, undivided attention regularly, in separate moments if needed. Thing number 5. Yelling or punishing him for natural behavior. Scratching furniture, knocking things off tables, meowing loudly at 3 a.m. These aren't your cat being bad or spiteful. They're natural, instinctual behaviors hardwired into who he is as a species. But when pet parents respond with yelling, spraying water, swatting, or other punishment-based tactics, it doesn't teach the cat anything productive about what to do instead. Instead, it teaches him to fear you specifically. Male cats, in particular, can become hypervigilant and anxious around owners who frequently punish them, leading to a slow breakdown in trust that can take months to rebuild, if it ever fully rebuilds at all. Cats simply don't understand punishment the way humans intend it to be understood. They don't connect the water spray to stop scratching the couch. They just learn that you, the person who's supposed to be their safe place in the world, are unpredictable and sometimes frightening. Redirecting behavior with positive reinforcement instead, like scratching posts placed in the right spots and rewarding good habits with treats and praise, protects both his physical safety and his fragile emotional bond with you at the same time.